Hello, everyone. I have been trying to get things together, and I think I figured it out. I think I did. I'm here. Can y'all hear me on the mic? Testing one, two, three. I wonder if the mic works. Oh boy, I have been online with YouTube help because, like I said before, I am determined. I don't care if I have to stay up all night. If I have to stay up all night to figure this out, I'm going to figure it out. So I'm right here. I will tell you in a minute how I was able to resolve the problem. Right now, I'm on YouTube with YouTube help because I said, you know what, I'm not going to go to sleep until this is done. So I'm talking to YouTube help. I'm saying, thank you. It works. Okay. I'm just breathing because I'm exhausted. I am. And the girl is tired. Not tired in a negative way, just trying to figure things out. And I think I like it. I'll let you know in a minute what I've done. I've got all my backups here, if you can see on my table, where I can make sure everything stays charged. Live streaming YouTube. This tab is using, okay. I'm just trying to look at everything and make sure everything is right. I feel so good that I figured out. So let me tell you what I'm doing. So I was on live earlier. I hope the mic is working fine. Let me know if you can hear me or not. Because I have been determined. I have been determined to have a backup source. And I am just testing some things out tonight. I'm testing some things out to see how this looks on my TV. I am tired, but not burnt out. I'm just excited that I got here. So I'm trying to see how everything matches. And I was on the help. I was on the phone with the help line. Oh my God, it looks like it's working. It took me forever to figure this out. So guess what? How I was able to solve that problem is that right now I am on my desktop. I have mastered the art of going live on my tablet. I have. And I said for weeks since I've been going live that I was going to figure out how can I go live on my desktop. So what I had figured out that I was using Microsoft Bing. It looks like YouTube doesn't like Microsoft Bing. Bing. It's a web browser. So let's see. That I was using Microsoft Bing. It's working. My mic is working. It looks like YouTube doesn't like Microsoft Bing. Bing. It's a web browser. So let's see. That I was using Microsoft Bing. It's working. My mic is working. Okay. So I said I wasn't going to give up because tonight when I was on live, that I was on live for my book reading tonight. After that, I went live for not just a book reading, because the book reading is only for the BOM members. So when I get through that, which is about an hour, then I went live for everybody else, right? I like going live on Fridays. So I've been putting it off because what's happening, my issue is what's been happening is that when I'm live for my subscribers, that my tablet battery would run out, right? The battery would go down. So I have another kind of tablet. I had my Apple iPad is perfect. The camera and everything is great. I have a second tier tablet. Don't like it because it doesn't look that great when I don't feel like the film is very snowy looking, so I don't like that. I'm thinking as I'm talking to you. So what I did, I kept becoming aggravated that my tablet was controlling me, was making me, like if the battery went down, I had to shut down. And I don't like that because there might be times where I want to be live longer than the life of the battery for the iPad, the Apple iPad. Okay. So tonight, when I was on live, all my friends were there. And they said, we will wait for you to come back. I told them, okay, 5 minutes. Found out 5 minutes wasn't working. So you know what? I'm going to fix this problem tonight. I don't want to deal with this anymore as far as me just starting from scratch, and I'm going to figure this out. So I got on the help line with YouTube Partnership Program. I was in their chat, just got off, and found out that on my end, I don't know if this goes for everybody, but I'm on my desktop right now. So I'm on my desktop and I'll never have problems with battery going down, right? And I have my mic. I won't ever have problems with that. Found out that I wasn't able, on Microsoft Bing, I was not able to get access to the webcam part of YouTube. So, hi, Mike, hello. I finally figured it out. I just got off the chat with YouTube Help and found out that I needed Google Chrome. Because even though I had access on Microsoft Bing, that I had access to the webcam, however, it had this error that kept saying, allow access to the mic and the webcam. And I went to privacy and I looked at my mic access and I looked at The camera access and everything was fine. So found out what they had told me is upload Google Chrome, because Microsoft Bing was not giving me the allow access prompt. So when I got to Google, I was like, oh my God, it's working. So right now, I am on my HP desktop, which I think I've solved the problem when it comes to any of my devices, battery going down. I have an Apple tablet, and the Apple tablet, I think, lasts for 4 hours, which is reasonable. But you know me, I got to be unreasonable. I want to get to a point where I can be online all day if I want. You know what I mean? Without, I have my HP desktop, it's plugged in the wall. I don't have problems with battery going down. I said, you know what? I don't care how long it's going to take. I got to fix this today, because I have people like Lola and all of you all saying, Rhonda, come back. And when I was coming back, it just wasn't working because I was on Microsoft Bing. So YouTube, or is it Google? Google owns YouTube, or YouTube owns Google. So it's friendly and it works. I'm like, I'm tired, but I'm like relieved, because this will help me, even though I can't carry this around. That's the only challenge. I can't carry this around like I can my tablet. You see? Because with my tablet, I can move around the house. I can go to my gardens. I can go water flowers. I can make kefir. So what it looks like I might have to do is basically shut off, restart another live. Shut it down, do another live. And if I have to do 4 lives in a day, okay. So I'm just so happy. I'm so happy I figured it out, and it was something so simple that, and it's widescreen. Hubby is going to sit over there. So, and that's the cat padding. So, and this is Mothra. If you can see her right here. This is Mothra. The only thing is that hubby don't want to be on live with me. So if I'm in here, he's going to be over there, and he's not going to be really happy about that. So I just have to figure it out as I go, figure it out as I go. Because I've had I bought for my, these kind of devices, because I found out with my Apple tablet, just here, which is like a hub extension. And I have this Apple iPad. My sister-in-law keeps saying it's not an Apple tablet, it's an Apple iPad. Okay. So right here is my Apple tablet. This is what I love. This is dear to my heart. I love how I look on it. I love how it's so easy to navigate, but it has a USB. See? No, see, USB. What's that? It's a USB that comes with this Apple tablet that is a 2014 tablet. I am not about to spend any more money on devices. But this is my favorite. I spent money on it back in the day, and it does wonders for me. It's lightweight, and I could carry it everywhere I go around the house. Mike Aldana, you're just listening to me. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So what I'm saying, this USB is a special USB that goes for Apple tablet, right? So I found out, it being a 2014, that they don't make them anymore. The the plugins, the adapters and stuff, even though you might see some like extension adapters and things like that. They don't have one made for the, I think it's called USB-C, USB-C, USB-C something. It's called Lightning. I got it. It's called Lightning connection. Lightning. So this is on charge because this is what went dead earlier. Okay. So I'm putting it down there to charge, to keep charge. Somehow I'm still up. I know, me too. I'm just amazed that you're still up because I knew. Because Lola was like, Rhonda, come back. And I think I spent an extra hour, just trying to figure out, because I've told people and I've shared with all of you all that I'm determined about fixing this. Because I don't want to wake up tomorrow with that on my mind. I want to wake up tomorrow with a fresh start, And so it looks different. Okay, it looks different because I'm on my desktop now, which is a top of the line desktop. It's HP. It's an HP all-in-one desktop. I love it. It doesn't have like that big bulky hard drive thing. It's all built in one. And this is what I do all my movies in. And then eventually I'm going to have to probably buy a second computer like this next year because I'm producing movies and I need to be more productive. I mean, it takes sometimes 4 to 6 hours it takes time to edit it in my Microsoft editor. And then I have to take that, I do the editing and everything. Hello, Brilliant Mess. Hello, Abriel. Well, hello, Queen. Hi, welcome back. I knew I was gone for a while, but I wasn't going to give up on trying to figure this out. And I figured out that, I needed Google Chrome, that what YouTube has for my computer, it could be for everybody's, but what YouTube has when you're going on the desktop and you're going live, when you're on your iPad, technically I'm still up because the Dallas Stars hockey were playing late. Oh, cool. So you're for the Dallas Stars. That's cool. It's been a while. Let me know what y'all watching too. If you're watching something, I could put my TV on and watch what y'all watching too. I just was sharing, hi, welcome back, Queen Abriel. I was just sharing with Mike Aldana how I got with YouTube help. They won. Good. That's great. I got with YouTube help and had to work through it. And what I found out is that I was using Microsoft Bing. And so on my desktop, Microsoft Bing does not work well, does not read my YouTube when I want to go live. So that was a problem. That's what I was having. I could schedule. So this is the first time I'm going live on my desktop. So the setting is different. You see my background more. You see where hubby sits over there. And you see Mothra, my kitty cat Mothra. My Mothra. Oh, look at the love, Mike Aldana. I'm so glad that we could bring people together that have like minds. Such cool people. I love to know that I have such cool people around me. I do. Now, let me tell you what else I figured out. See this mic? This mic plugs in my USB on the computer. It doesn't plug in the Lightning USB. It's called Lightning USB for Apple. But this is a different mic than the one I use with my Apple iPad, right? So this here is for a USB plug, the mic. So that means my mic won't go dead either. Everything is plugged into the HP DeskJet all-in-one desktop, actually. I get DeskJet because I'm thinking my DeskJet printer. This is HP desktop computer, which is my bells and whistles. This is what I do my movies. This is what I do everything on, and I love it. It's fast. It's just unbelievably smooth. So I'm live right now. I'm on that. The setting is different in the back. I'm sitting lower than the table that this is on. So I'm kind of like, I'm not, I'm sitting straight, but at the same time, I have to figure this out. Where I could, I don't know, I'll just figure it out. But at least I figured out a very big part of what I've been trying to resolve for a very long time. April says, in case you ever start content, I just subbed up to you, Mike. Oh, that's so cool. We love our family. April is amazing. I just love her. I love her. Miss Najalista 90s. Hello, baby. I've been missing you. Hi there. I've been missing you. That's good. That's good that I've been missing you because I remember you. I'm so glad to see you. And then, yes, I've been busy. I know you all have been so busy. And what I love about you all is that you'll say, like JoJo and everybody say, I've been busy, but I checked the replay and I went in, I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I shared it. I liked it. I was like, thank you, because every bit helps. And I thank you so much. Yeah, welcome back, Nodulista. Nodulista, I love you. And I was concerned because I knew what you had shared with me last time. I said, well, we talked about trying to get some VHS material, stuff like that. And I found some, and I found some tomorrow, the Tom and Jerry. There's going to be some VHS commercials and stuff. Nodulista said, jury business probably going back to school this summer. Okay. You have a jury business and you're probably going back to school. So you do whatever you like to do. And as long as you do it for yourself. And, yeah, we share our endeavors with other people. But, we know that when we pick and choose something, that it's really about our inspiration, right? It's about what makes us tick. Today it's different than it was back in my day, where when you got a job, you had to do that. We didn't have options. People today go online, and today they go online and they find a job and they get hired through online. Today, when you got a job, that's the job you probably stuck with for the rest of your life. Najalista said, I watched Titanic the other day for the first time. What? In 10 years? Cool. And Mike Aldana said, try and keep your associates, your accessories separate, Apple and HP. Okay. It looks like I've been organizing. So this right here is my HP. Probably not the greatest, cutest thing, but I like covering my mic. It has a little fuzzy thing on the end, and this goes with the Apple. So that's a good idea. Keep them separated, because what I found out since I've been live, that I've been accumulating a lot of things. Not that I've been wasting money. I had probably 6 things I invested in, which were the wrong connection for my Apple iPad. So, of course, thanks to Amazon, I could return it and get my money back. And that's what I love about Amazon. Hubby went and took that. So Najalista said, Leonardo DiCaprio, chemistry is out of this. It is. I cried watching Titanic. As a matter of fact, that's a great movie. People would ask me, we all need to hit that like button for Rhonda. I just did. Almost forgot. Hello, beautiful. Thank you so much. I just love you. I'm going to write down Titanic. I cried at 4 years old watching it. Yeah. Yeah, it's emotional. I mean, if I watch it again, I'd cry again. And boy, to me, that was the most beautiful movie I've ever seen. And I'm telling you, it's probably my top 5. The most beautifully put. And the first time I was able to see Titanic televised in its truest form. Like how things were on third class. How were things on first class? How were people? How did they dress? How did they look? How the story was put together was just amazing. And Rose and Jack, I'm telling you, that Rose and Jack just made me cry. I mean, I did. I got emotional. I am a crier. I'm a crier. I love watching movies and stuff. And I don't know if I'll be able to get Titanic, but I'll see if I can get that too. But I did get the Django. I told you all earlier today, whoever was there, is that all day long, all night actually, all night, because I get my days, nights. So all night long, I was working on Django Unchained on finding the best material I could find. Now understand, when I find material, I have connections, right? When I find material. A lot of the material you find has Arabic captions. Probably not the thing you want to look at, right? It has other people who tag and put their little tag on the movie, which I cannot stand people like that. Don't tag someone else's film. You know what I'm saying? But they'll put their initials or something on it. And it's like, okay, I don't like that. Because then I have to block it out, right? Because it's not their material, but I got to block out because I can't have, some other people's initials that's something that's on my channel. So I went through so many things. Here's my paperwork. This is just a short piece. Daydream, hello, Daydream 1990s. How are you? Welcome, Daydream 1990s. That's what I love about there's people at night that do like me. We stay up at night and we hang out and we want a safe place. Please subscribe, Daydream, if you're not subscribed to my channel. In my 20s, I love your channel. I'm in my 20s. Oh, thank you, Daydream. You know what's so fascinating is when I meet somebody for the first time, like for the first time, Nodulista was there last week, and for the first time today, Daydream 1990s. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. And there are times I say, I really got to push this where, I have the people who are the BOM members, right? Which is, you have to be a member of the BOM, which you got to pay into that. But then I said in my, trying to think, for my subscribers, I want to go live. Sometimes I'll go live in the middle of the week and I'm like, wow. But sometimes I'm like, Fridays, I can be consistent with that. I could commit to that and get people used to seeing me on Fridays, right? So they can, work around whatever that they're doing and come see me. Daydream, what is so amazing? I follow Daydream 1990s. We're both in our 20s. What I find so amazing, Daydream, is that I looked at my analytics. Did you see that, Nodulista? Nodulista, Daydream wants to talk about Titanic. Yeah, we can still talk about Titanic. But thank you so much, Daydream, for being here. Appreciate you being a subscriber. And I was telling you people about my analytics. With talking about the age, right? I have more younger people that are subscribers. And my higher other number is people 60s and older. Even though there's a lot of people, in their 30s and 40s and 50s. But I'm saying my highest numbers is people 30s, 20s, and younger. And I think that's so cool. Leo and Kate need to do a movie without neither one of them die. Exactly, Daydream. You know what? I wish it was a producer one because I get tired of watching movies where someone dies. Do y'all feel that way? Why can't we live? Why can't we survive, at the end? To me, because something is a great movie, you don't have to make it great for someone to die all the time. You know what I mean? I'm for the good folks surviving at the end. Even though I like Freddy Krueger, and all that, but dang, ain't nobody pretty much surviving, hardly. I got cat hair right here. I got the fan blowing in me, and I have vitamin E and I have tea tree oil. I'll put it on my face, and I'm constantly, if you might see me do this, because I'm just working in the tea tree oil and I'm working in the vitamin E. So you see me moisturize. So Daydream says, they did another movie, Revolutionary Road, and spoiler alert. Oh no, she died. How come I didn't see that movie? How I missed that? They did another movie? Let me write this down. I always write down things. I always have pen and paper. So Revolutionary Road. Yeah, when I watched that for the first time, I was like blown away. The first time I was sharing with everybody that I was able to see, um, to me, the best footage of what happened with the Titanic. The people, I was saying the third class people, how they were treated and where they stayed. Because if I was on that ship, I would probably be in third class. I can't afford first class, for real. And the issues with the boats not working, and that there was like, in some of the boats there were like 2 people hogging all that space where they could have brought in more people to save, but no, it's like 2 or 4 people. I'm like, whoa, how dark is that? They were married and it came in 2008. Oh, okay. Hello, Daydream and Najalista. Both of you all like Titanic. Welcome, Mike Aldana. Welcome, A Brilliant Blessed Mess. She goes by Abriel. I love you all. Who would ever thought I'd have all my friends here this time of night? It's 2:26. Of course, I stay up all night. Not all the time. Oh, I see the broken heart. I see Najalista said that she's got the whole heart, so she's got the broken hearts. Man, I don't know if I can get that movie, because I was sharing earlier about me probably need to get another computer so I could be processing movies. And I was sharing with Mike Aldana earlier that how it takes sometimes 4 to 6 hours to process movies. It uses a lot of juice. It uses a lot of resources to make these movies, right? So the thing is that I could put out more movies if I had another computer. It's just, I don't put more movies out because it's only me. I have to do the editing, I have to do the color, I have to do Nodulista. I think we all know, out of all Leonardo DiCaprio's on-screen lovers, none of them compete with Kate Winslet. Oh my God. Wasn't she amazing? And wasn't she just the ultimate of beauty for that? And she made me fall in love with her because she had this beautiful mind where she didn't shame people or discriminate. She fell in love with this guy, and she wasn't into all these fake men who made all this money. She fell in love with a person not just because of the money, she fell in love with because of his heart. And that romance went really fast while they were on the ship. It was just probably, to me, the best filming I've ever seen of Titanic that looked like in its most realist form. I mean, it was just so riveting that I felt like I was emotionally there during the good times and the bad times. I could talk about movies all day because that's what I do. I love the movies. I love cartoons, movies, nostalgia stuff. I love them all, though, not just nostalgia. Daydream says, I like how Rose was rich, but very sweet and treated people with kindness. Yes, she was. I loved her skin. I loved her shape when it came to her not being so extra skinny. She's just she's a shape that most women can identify with. So they pointed out someone who just had this natural beauty and this natural hair, and and how she dressed, and how, to be honest with you, she reminded me so much of myself. So much of myself. I'm a sim girl. Yeah, hi, Daydream, 1990s. I'm just ecstatic to see Daydream and Najalista and April and Mike Aldana. And I was hoping Coyote would come up in here, but I know he's an all-nighter sometimes. He might be asleep because, hey, it's 2:30 Central Standard Time. I'm in Texas. How y'all doing? And I could see that movie, Titanic, so many times, and number one, I will never get tired of it. And number two, I always see something different every time I watch it. I see something that I didn't see before. Oh, that person had duck on their plate. I love food too. Oh, that person had this. Oh, this person. Oh, look how he acted. I didn't know he was acting like that. You know what I'm saying? People, and it's just, and you get to really, really give the people in the background, credit. Daydream says, not only is Leo absolutely uh, something Rose is very beautiful, attractive couple. Yes, they are. Whoa, you see how I'm still breathing? I haven't seen Titanic in a long time. I'm still sighing, like, because it's that kind of movie. You know, what was amazing about Titanic is that they all say when they made it that it could never be sunk. Human error, right? I mean, how they felt too, that they could be so bold to, like, be in these icy waters too. And, you know, a lot of people have passed from our engineering being very flawed, you know, planes, trains, automobiles, because they were very flawed. And they weren't the best built, of course, and that's how things become best built, is unfortunately when things crash or sink. But those names that Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio, I learned how to pronounce his name through that movie. Daydream says, when I was little, I didn't notice how Rose and Jack fell in love so quickly. Yes, they did. It's like they just knew, didn't they? They knew that they were the perfect fit. They just knew. And to be honest with you, that's how love is. Because that's how I met my hubby. I was single for 20-something years after a really bad relationship. And 20-some years, I didn't realize how fast time went because I was so focused on raising my daughters, right? And I met him, and it was like, you just know. Everything fits. It does. It's without a doubt. And then you get to a point in life where you know you can't be without each other ever again. And that's love. When someone feels they can be without you, maybe that's not real love. I mean, just to me and my definition. Maybe definition is that you can't be away from each other long. You know what I'm saying? That you got to be with each other forever. That you just don't see life without each other. And that's what Titanic meant to me, because that's something I can identify with. Daydream said, when I was a teenager, I didn't believe in love at first sight. But now as a young woman, when this person is in your true love and meant for you, that's how it is. That's how it is, Daydream. You would just know. And also what I've learned, I'll be 58 next year. What I've learned in my life, it's because when a relationship fails, the relationship failed, not you. You know how a lot of people just blame themselves? You know, they'll blame themselves. It's the relationship, because sometimes if you'll find out you think someone is a perfect fit and they're just not, but then just don't just get burned out with it just because you don't want to miss opportunity when something is really meant to be. You know, because of some bad experiences in the past. I mean, I just have to believe, and I'm not an over-religious person. I'm more spiritual than religious. But I have to believe that in your lifetime that you're going to experience what the ultimate of what love really is. You know, and I'm very humbled about that. Daydream said, like Rose thought Cal was for her. I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time. Who was Cal? Was it a guy, obviously, that they were trying to force together in marriage? Usually that happened. That's when they did. You know, that was like protocol. They have somebody assigned to you. This is who you marry. And that's it. Because, you know, they had it figured out that it was all about money. Her fiance. Oh, okay. Oh, Cal. Oh, yes. Now I remember when you said evil. Ooh, he was. He was bad. He was such a fraidy cat, wasn't he? He was like afraid. He was like too prissy. That was Billy Zane's character. Michael Dana said that was Billy Zane's character. Yes, that Billy Zane. Ooh-wee. He had that look about him. When you saw him, you believed, his performance. I mean, he could be just a snidey, snappy, snobbish, evil. He was good at it. And then what's a Freddy cap? Did I miss something? Did I say something like Freddy cap? Did I mean Freddy Krueger? Is that what I was talking about earlier? When I said Freddy Krueger. Oh, okay. So I think I was talking about Freddy Krueger, which I like horror too. I like most movies, but especially horror. Where with Freddy Krueger, and sometimes I always say something, you call Cal 1. I call it Cal 1. Like Rose thought Cal was for her. Okay, I might have misread. That happens a lot with me. Notice that I will say something and I meant something else. I've noticed that. I don't know if it's because when you're live, I just don't know, but. Oh, a fraidy cat. Is that what I said? Fraidy cat? Is that an old term, old-fashioned term? When I said fraidy cat? A fraidy cat. Yeah. I see the laughs over there. A fraidy cat means, for me, it means someone who's like maybe a coward, like really sporadic, unstable, in a coward way, frightened. He just seemed weak. The one they were trying to force to marry. Scared. Yeah, he was scared. Fraidy cat. Michael, Dad, you are so good with words. You've been my muse in a lot of things I've been doing. You've been my muse. I'm sorry, y'all. I got cat hair, which I love my cats. Okay, not complaining. It's just life here in our furry little home. And it seems to not really bother me. It's just I have the fan directly on me because I have to have the fan on me. So guess what comes in that direction? Cat hair. Cat hair. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I mean, I was saying about, when people don't talk like that anymore, like they don't admit who's their muse anymore. There's certain people that I see and I go, wow, I have some great inspiration. I just seen that with content creators when certain people come in a chat room and they come alive. It's just like, wow. It does mean a lot, especially when someone is on live. You got, all eyes on you. And I don't know, sometimes I just try to make sure, I always tell people I try to make sure I'm copacetic. Well, that's what I like. I'll put together the purpose. The purpose of my YouTube channel is to not necessarily work with people with anxiety, but to cater people with anxiety, stress levels, because I remember I was very stressed out, probably my whole life, especially in the last 4 years, what I went through with my parents and what I went through with my beautiful grandson. He's survived and he's doing really wonderful now, but that was hard for me. And then it was so many things. And then I said, wow, if I'm putting the good work in and helping myself, I could share that with someone else. So I said, while I'm putting in the good work, let me share. And so I found out by having this YouTube channel, there's a lot of people out there. Almost everybody has anxiety. Almost everybody has it. Almost everybody has stress. So I said, I'm going to have that channel where it's going to be stress-free. It's going to be positive. It's not going to be boring. We have adult conversations in here. But it's going to be charming, but it's not going to be boring. That's why I call myself a spark. Ron's lovely sparks, because there would be that shock value that would get you. Najalista said, Najalista 90s. Jack and Rose were from two different worlds, and they probably didn't expect to fall for each other. But as soon as Jack saw Rose for the first time, he couldn't help but look. I know. That look, wasn't she just divine? She was so beautiful. Mike Aldana said Titanic is more of a tragedy than anything else, movie or the actual event. Yes. That was gut wrenching at the end with in the water to me. That was so gut wrenching. Another movie that made me cry was Color Purple when I first saw it. Oh my God, that made me cry. But Titanic was a whole nother level also. You know, it really just, the way the film was so real. First time in history, how it was filmed. I mean, it was so beautifully put. And the writing, the directors were so incredible how they pulled you in and they took ownership of your heart. Najalissa said, another movie made me cry. It Set It Off. Yes, yes, you got. Let me see if I can get that too. And what I do too, I write down all these movies and I have a list over here. I have a notebook, a 5-ring binder, not a binder, but a 5-subject notebook, right? And I have tabs on it that I've created, my own homemade tabs. And I have requested movies and I have the initials who requested it. And I go with who had recommended the movies first, and that's what I get first. And if I don't get it, then I'll post like blocked movies, because guess what? Either I can never find the material, and most of the times I can, but either if it's going through the processing, okay, through YouTube, YouTube can either block it or have it immediately removed. And that's okay, because if it's blocked or if it's removed, what it means that people have paid copyright on it for you not to be able to use their artist's rights, their artist's work. So I get that. I get that. So I'm like, okay, let me move on to something else, because there are so many great movies out there. Okay, we have lots of options here, especially in America, because sometimes you will see YouTube will block things, individual artists. They will block some things from Russia, some Afghanistan, those countries, they will block. And Beyonce has a lot of her stuff blocked, for she will only play it in Canada and America and Mexico and the Caribbean islands. So it happens, and it's just respect to the creators. Nodulista said Jada was so beautiful. Yes, Jada was. As a matter of fact, there is a web YouTube, because I'm a fan of other YouTube channels. I'm a fan of Karina Allord. I think it's Allord. Corinne Allord, and she does great work on her YouTube channel when she's speaking and talking about famous people. And I believe she has a Jada on there that I haven't watched yet. But I watch Ella Fitzgerald and I watch Pam Grier. I mean, I watch so many. So yeah, I mean, believe it or not, I sit here and I watch other people's content and I enjoy it. I'm a fan too. Michael Down said there's only a few Leo DiCaprio, is it DiCaprio movies that I'm actually going to watch: Inception, Body of Lies, and Blood Diamonds. Ooh, I don't think I've watched 2 of those. I don't think I've watched 2 of them. I think it was Wolves of Wall Street. I liked him in. He was good. And he was also in Django Unchained. I'm writing down Inception and Body of Lies. Sometimes, you all, through surprise, I am able to get a movie like Cruising, and was shocked that I could get it. Because it depends on the director. Sometimes they'll say for artist purposes, for educational purposes, I'll put it out there where people can share it and get the word out. Okay, so some movies you see me get, and I'm like, wow. Like I got Tommy Knockers for tomorrow night with Steven Spielberg's the Tommy Knockers. So even though what YouTube has done, YouTube has a movie channel. And there is a monopoly that they have on movies. Like I try to get this movie Ben, Ben, right? And it's this guy, I think this little boy who's obsessed with mice or something called Ben. It's a classic. I couldn't get it. And guess what? It's up for public domain. It's up for public domain. YouTube puts some little things in there where it blocks you from uploading it and using the movie. All the movies I show are scanned and processed for approval. So I think it's just, gets me frustrated that, yeah, YouTube, you got a monopoly. You're taking the movies, but because it's up for public domain, it doesn't mean that, that I can't use it. It's up for public domain because anyone can use the movie and I'm using it. So there's some things about it, but I just try to work around it so I don't get frustrated. Nigel Lista said, I watch What's Eating Gilbert, Great Romeo and Juliet, Titanic. I watch What's Eating Gilbert. Okay, there's What's Eating. Let me put this down because I see Mike's movies. What's Eating Gilbert? What's that about? Seems like fun. What inspired me to do movies is because my whole life, since I was a child, I worked a lot. And I missed out on a lot of good TV. So now I can, sit back with my husband and sit back and enjoy, And there's Romeo and Juliet. I'm writing this down. And Titanic. And this is by Naja Lista. Yeah, I think it's just amazing. I mean, I feel so great because I don't feel like I'm alone in movies. And I remember when I was younger, how people would shame you for sitting down watching movies. Now we are in the times where we can just be couch potatoes. That movies are therapeutic. And it's okay. You don't have to be around a whole lot of people. And so with COVID and all of us surviving it, it was very important for me to tap into that market of people who are really bored of what's going on YouTube. They see the same things, they're kind of bored, and they want something because you don't see a lot of people like me live, having sustenance conversations. Mike Aldana says Johnny Depp's pretty good in What's Eating Gilbert. Oh, that's him? What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Okay, that's the name of it. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? I'm going to write that down. Grape. Johnny Depp is in that. Okay, I wrote that down. That seems fun. I love sitting down chilling. There's this couch potato commercial I love that's on TV, and oh my God, look at the couch potato. Just love it. So yeah, I'm just relaxing. I'm just brain restoring, healing, chilling out with you all, really enjoying the fact that I was able to figure this out on my computer. I was able to figure it out. That I know how to go live. I mean, I knew how to go live through my cell phone. I knew how to go live on mobile devices, but I didn't know how to go live. I knew I had to really apply myself to figure it out. It's just, I was like, maybe I could live without having to go through that. I got movies to do, and I just end up, like just skipping that part. But then I know eventually, with me at nighttime, if I'm chatting, that I could depend on doing this, even though it's positioned higher and I'm sitting lower. I have my lighting okay, but maybe I just don't really, I think it would be more appealing if I was sitting higher and more direct. But I think just because this is nighttime, I could get my recliner and I could just lean back in my recliner chair, my movie chair, and just chill. Because I've been sitting up for the book reading earlier, and then my back is like, okay, that's enough now. Nadia 90 said, Johnny Depp and Leonardo had me thinking they were real brothers. Really? Isn't that amazing how old, I don't know how old Leonardo DiCaprio is, but he's up there, right? And it's funny because I always saw him as a young man. And now he's matured. He's like a grown ass man making making that money, getting those movies. He's just rare. He's a rare person that you end up getting this old fashioned stuff from Leonardo DiCaprio. That old fashioned stuff that seems to be missing in movies, right? It's like wow, it is true. It's still around. It's come back. It's here. Because of the connection, nothing to do with looks. Oh, that makes good sense. That makes good sense. I could see the connection. Oh, absolutely. Have they ever acted in a movie together? Because that's a good pair. If they haven't, it's like, why not? I just love the essence, that can make me emotional, that can take me there. And when I get through watching this movie, it's like, I feel like a changed woman. Michael Dana says Depp and DiCaprio were teenage heartthrobs back in the 90s. Wow, that tells you how old I am. Because that's what I remember. You know what I'm saying? In the 90s, I have two little girls in the 90s. So how old was I in the 90s? Early 40s? 20 minus, 35, something like that, about 35, 30s. Yeah, Johnny Depp and DiCaprio were teenage heartthrobs back in the 90s. I know, it's so good looking, man. This is good looking. Just the movies are just amazing. I was telling people yesterday, check out the YouTube page and check out what I have scheduled for tomorrow. Be there if you can. If you can't, check out the replay. But we'd love to hear you. Love to see you there. I know I'm retired, so I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm retired. I know people out there do other things on Saturdays and things like that. But I have to say that I've enjoyed you all so much, especially my luck. Not really luck, my blessing of getting on live at this time of night and still see closest people to my heart's here. And then just seeing Najalista again and Abril, and always, I adore my Michael Adana too. And then there is my other girl that was here, Daydream 1990s, is so sweet. She said, I'm in my 20s and I like you. Isn't that cool? I said, "Oh, I'm a cool woman. If I could attract people on my YouTube that's in their 20s, isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing?" I mean, my grandson, he loves my material. My granddaughter thinks I'm cool. I said, "Wow. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. They think I'm cool." I think that's pretty cool. My daughters think I'm cool. They like bringing their friends around me. I'm like, "Okay." It's a good experience being a parent and getting older and loving getting older and enjoying life. I just had to come back on live and meet you all, and I'll be doing more of this. The more that I learn, the more that I'm catapulted into positions where I have to learn this so I can be there. When Lola asked me earlier, Rhonda, can you please come back? And honestly, I feel like I disappointed her because she's probably asleep now, but she wanted me to come back. So I'm going to say, doggone it. If she asks me to come back, then I know how now. Because Lola is amazing. I have amazing people in our circle. We are all amazing people, and the energy is beautiful. And I wish there are times I pretty much, I guess I can say, yeah, I stayed up all night. But I just love being around you. And that's what it's about. It's not because, oh, I'm needing this and needing that and needing this. It's just, I truly do. It's very, very healing for me. And if I think it's healing for you all, and I think it helps people when you get off, when the movie is over with and I shut down and it's over. I had to make sure I word that correctly. And you could go to bed tonight. Because I used to have sleeping problems. Now I don't. Since I've been doing movies, I can sleep well. I don't want to go, but I know I have to. I know I don't want to go. I have a 1 o'clock watch party tomorrow. We have a 1 o'clock watch party tomorrow, 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. If you're not doing anything, please just peep in, say hello, click your like. That helps me. That's one thing I've been really working on is trying my best to, where my analytics are good, and they are for the size channel I have. And I see my analytics getting better every day. I do see that. How YouTube works is that you have to, in order to get more subscribers, they have to put you out there and be visible. So the more good things and interaction and things I have with people, which I love doing naturally, then YouTube looks at it and go, okay, we'll take it and we'll put you over here, a higher place where more people can see your thumbnails, can see what you have. Because I have a lot of people, like today, I had 2 people to join. I'm like happy. I remember it took like 1 person every 90 days because I wasn't at 1,000 yet. It's just somewhere you just got to be patient. I think it's a beautiful experience. I love meeting people around the country. I don't really want to be out there in public doing things. I've been sitting here and forgot to click the like button. Thank you, Michael Dana. I told you you're my muse. I have many muses out there, not a whole lot. Not saying many. I'm not talking about like, oh, I got 1,000. But there are certain people that really inspire me in a way that you become a muse, right? You just get really happy. And I think it has a lot to do with that connection with my mother, going to school. And I think it's just, we've always had that, like late at night, I would be hanging out, with, was it my cowboy wife or something like them, you always was just a complete gentleman. I just love that. I think it's just amazing. It makes me feel good. Hubby went there and went to sleep. He'll be up early and he'll wake me up for the watch party tomorrow. And I'll be like, okay, honey, I'm coming. I'm on my way. Because I love seeing how people respond, to what I build from scratch. I take the material and I edit and I put it together and I create visuals and things that entertain, and I want to flow. I want it to go from an intro, from a thumbnail. I want the transition to blend into the cartoons and blend into commercials and keep its authenticity as much as I can. I will try not to ever play a movie that doesn't have credits. I always look for good material that has beginning credits and ending credits, and that it's not has all that painted over stuff and where people have done stuff with it. Because I want some authentic pieces on my channel, And plus I love interacting with people on the channel. When I interact, I'm telling about the movie. And I got polls and I've got trivia and, a lot of fun things. And Lady Libra, she's my movie bestie, and JoJo. I have a lot of movie besties and we hang out, and that there inspires me to do what I do. Not a million. I like it being quaint, even though I need more so my message can get out there, because I do feel that I have something special that could help people. And at the same time, I saw that teens and kids in school are struggling with bullies and being harassed, and it just really bothered me. Then when my granddaughter, she's like going to 8th grade, she's like, Grandma, I'm a member of your page. I subscribed. I'm like, who would ever think, in your head, oh my God, my grandchild was subscribed to me. You know what I'm saying? They love the movies. They love what I'm talking about. They're listening. I'm like, wow, that cool grandma has a median that I can reach out and touch some people that probably are not listening somewhere else. So wait, Michael Dana, how did I miss this? Michael Dana, you said your Dak Hater video took me by surprise. I just saw that just now. What? So how did it take you by surprise, Mike? Tell me. How did it take you by surprise? He said, your deck hater video took me by surprise. The one that I played with, the one I played on air today, with the bleeping out, it took you by surprise. Tell me how. I'm curious. Because I caught myself like bleeping things out. So you really, didn't get the full frontal. I still have to chop up and get some material from that same video because it's a 4-hour video. I'm not, of course, cussing for 4 hours, but I let people know I'm human too. And when the beginning of the year came, it was like I had made a promise not to cuss this year. So I've done better, even though that pissed me off because of the DAC haters. The video with the constant bleeps. Mike, did you go see it? Or were you listening to it through my live? Or did you go visually see it? Because you know what? It gets crazier because I have the material I haven't shared with you yet. I said, I'm not Martha Stewart. I haven't looked at myself until now on live, right? And my mother, my husband said, hey, Rhonda, you've done radio, you've done this and that. You need to start going live. And I go, okay. And so I went back to it. Oh, yeah. So I had removed the original video, and I'm gonna chop it up in small pieces because it's a lot. It's a lot on there, and I really felt like that, and I felt good after I got it off my chest because I had a few people coming to my channel complaining about someone else, a cowboy content creator. They were coming to my channel to complain, and I don't like that. I don't like people complaining to me like I'm not their mother. Don't you communicate with the person you have an issue with directly. Don't use me to dump that on. That to me is so disrespectful. To me it is. It's cowardly too. There are some people go to other people's pages and they complain about someone else. Don't do that. I'm just saying, I'm not saying you, I'm just saying in general. And this person came to my page and was complaining about someone, no. And I think that just really got me fired up because I don't want people to feel that they could take advantage of me or feel they can take me for granted because they think I'm nice. I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, But at the same time, my husband, when he saw it, he was like, you look so cute. I said, well, that's why, hubby, you don't take me serious when I'm upset with you. Because I'm looking cute? Really? I'm really thinking I'm like laying in you about some stuff that I'm pissed about, and you're just laughing because you're from New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you're different. You're a different kind of woman. When you get upset, you just look so cute. Oh, you're not like those ratchet women that he's had that's really, really cray-cray. But yeah, I feel flattered. Thank you for watching the video. I get excited when people actually watch what I create because I put time into it. I'm like, well, I'm laughing. It's funny to me. I don't know if it's funny to anybody else, but it's funny to me. I thought it was funny. And, I start off in the video where I'm like, really the video, to be honest with you, was about me washing the cat fountain. Okay, I was going to go live, had it in the kitchen. I was going to wash the cat fountain. Then all of a sudden, someone brought up, was it Lola or somebody brought something up about something, the Cowboys, and then it just triggered something in me. It's like, ooh, that felt great. I like how that felt. It felt great. Yeah. Well, I think I better get some rest so I can be fresh for you all tomorrow. Fresh and alert. Not going to sleep. Fresh and alert. Because I love my Fridays and Saturdays where I could talk to you all. And I just enjoy being around you all. And that's real. It's real. And I always say that's real. I always had a look. That's real. It is real. It is real. It is if it's healthy for you, it's healthy for me too. I'm not out there thinking I could save the world. I'm just trying to get as much help as you all or friendships. Michael Dan says Biden's supposed to do the commencement speech at Morehouse College, and the administration will cut the graduation short if there are any Gaza protests. So I guess what you're telling me, there are still a lot of Gaza protests, right? They have to protect our president. I'm really happy that he's speaking at Morehouse. I'm really happy about that. I have not been involved in the news, so I get my news from you all in the chat. And I love talking about politics. If you go to my playlist, you'll see just a lot of me talking about politics, because I do. And I'm not against anyone else who is, has their party favorite. I'm not going to be confrontational and shut you down. This is not going to happen for me. But I'm going to share my opinion about things. And as I share things about my opinion, then I learn things too. I was referring to the college administration. Yeah. So you're saying the administration at the college will cut the graduation short if there are any Gaza protests. Yeah, I mean, they have to protect the president, because you know what they said? They said there's outside agitators that's making people want to peacefully protest for the most part. So there is outside agitators. Those guys come in, they cuss, they say some racial slurs, and they come in and they disrupt the peace, like they did for a lot of BLM, right? Protests. Not anyone in the BLM was a part of the disruption. It was outside agitators. Hello, baby. This is sweet, baby. She stays up with me. My Mothra. Okay, I thought I was missed out something on the chat. I haven't watched it, not because I don't like watching. I love watching it. Just trying to spend some quality time elsewhere. But I know when I miss it, I'll watch Rachel Maddow on Mondays. I try to get with her. I try to watch her. She's one of my favorite people. I like watching. If I haven't caught up anything, then she's that content. I would listen to. And even though I like Lawrence O'Donnell, Rachel Maddow, touches some more intellectual. Not say Joy Reid. I like her too. You have a wonderful. Did I say something personality? Wonderful. PO personality? I'm sorry, there's a little. Thank you, by the way. The compliment. I thank you so much. Thank you for the compliment. Nodulista, thank you. Thank you so much, so much, so much. You have a wonderful personality. That just lightens up my world. You see how I just start shining? That spark? I don't have the sparks. The sparks will come. It's like, I just start getting so brighter, and it gets brighter, and it gets brighter. Because it does. And I just really appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart, having these conversations and talking about things, and not like being so confrontational, where I think what I believe is it. Unless it comes to children and seniors, something like that, I like protecting them. And I will speak on, okay, no, that's something I will not bend on when it comes, the protection for them. That's something different for humanity, for people's rights and things like that. But I know it's a big sensitive subject when it comes to the protests, and I feel people have a right to protest, and you have outside agitators that come in and makes it worse, and then they get on the news, and the news will say, well, such and such, burned Burger King. Remember that? I think it was Burger King. It wasn't a BLM. It was an outside agitator that came in and just made news, and just really made things worse for the movement's message, to distract from the movement's message. I'm like, what I'm so happy about, and it could be why I have a lot of young people on my channel too. It could be that probably because they hear that I'm open-minded about their rights. I mean, y'all, I have 2 adult daughters. You know what I'm saying? Michael Dennis says, I need to get some sleep, so I'm going to call tonight. I think I will too, Mike. I think I will too. Thank you, Mike. Love you so much, and thank you so much for being around. Hopefully we get to see each other soon. Yeah, it just seems that I know for a fact our young people are the future. And when you're out there protesting, you're speaking, we need to listen and we need to pay attention. And thank you so much for being here, Mike. I appreciate that. And the claps and the 100 and the hearts, thank you. We have to listen to what, I have 2 daughters right in their 30s. Probably can't remember their age. I should, right? Early 30s, right? 2. They are very voiceful. They are respectful. They are lovely, independent women in their 30s. It's amazing to see how they're growing up. It's amazing and I have to listen to what they have to say. When I say I have to listen, if I'm going to be able to communicate on their level, if I'm going to really be able to leave that door open for them to listen to me or hear what I have to say or ask me what I have to say. My other daughter calls me almost every day, and she'll get my political opinion, or opinion about, children or bullies in school or something. She'll just get, and I'll say it. And that makes me such a proud mom. I could say, well, I'm humbled, yes, but I'm proud because something obviously I'm doing right. I think we definitely have to listen to our young folks. I know that you, Nostalgia, and Dream, get her name right. Daydream, thank you so much for being here too. That I know you're all in your 20s. I'm so happy that you all have subscribed because I do have that respect for younger people. I want to listen to what you have to say. And if what you're saying making my brain bend, then I need to learn to bend. I need to learn to swivel. I need to listen because it's what's really going on out there, not me. This Najalisa said, I've been on the receiving end of jealousy a lot, and I'm sorry to hear about that, sweetie. Hopefully you can be around here more and get some confidence too, and then build your circle, where you are, and build you a circle of people who reflect you. My grandkids have been also on some receiving end of jealousy. There's a lot of mental health issues out there that are unhealthy mental health issues where they're really doing things to harm people. And I don't like hearing that. I just think it's really sad. Najalista, and hopefully that if you're around here that maybe you can get something, being at this channel, being here, can give you some tidbits of jewels and gems and diamonds and silver and gold that can give you inspiration because you are the future. We need people like you. You are respected by me. You're the voice. I mean, I can't stand out there no more in protest. I could stand, but I can't walk as far as the young generation can. Thank you for protesting. Thank you for speaking up because you are our voice too. And then you say girls were jealous of me a lot. Yeah. And then you grow up. As you grow older, you will see that these girls ain't worth a flip. Don't you see that their life becomes harder? You'll find out that you will become blessed more. You will find out so many beautiful things. So let's say our higher power, whoever your higher power is, they're saying, you know what, Najalista? Better things are going to come. Okay? You be patient. Don't be patient with the abuse. Just learn how to navigate around it and build you a good support system. But just survive it, because life gets so much better. I've always could relate to your stories because I went through that when I was in school. I did. People always bullied me based on my eyes and my teeth and my hair, and I wore my hair down. They try to beat me up all the time. It was really sad. Middle school, yes. Mine was junior high and high school. High school got better, even though it was me taking charge of staying away from toxic things. And even though I was always a loner, I was always a loner. I love being by myself. I really haven't changed. I'm still the same person. I'm just older. You know, I love talking to you, Nodulista. Thank you for being around. I know you've been busy. I'm so glad you've been busy. I think that's pretty good, right? Isn't that pretty good that you've been busy? That's pretty good. High school was a lot more decent than I thought. Yeah, mine was tough. And then I remember I just had to always do the self work. It's been very good friend, very very good friend to be busy. Yeah, you're busy, and know that here is a place that you can come to. You know, I have some ASMR videos I put. Not the I don't do the sound stuff. I do visuals. Right? It's meditation, healing, just to get away, just to pass the time away, working on healthy brain. And you know, you're so young and you got so many beautiful things going on in your life. But I have respect to the fact that it's very stressful. That is very hard. That times are different than they were when I was younger. And just because I identified with when I was younger, it doesn't mean I walked in your footsteps. I know. I could say, I want to relate, even though you know your situation. But every other school experience has been a great experience. Preschool, elementary school, high school, and college are all great experiences. That's good. That's good for the most part. And I guess as we get older, you just get better on, picking people to be close and setting boundaries and saying, no, you're not invited to my house. No, you cannot spend the night with me. No, I'm not accepting phone calls from you this time of night. No. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother told me that I was going to say more no's than yes. And trust me, she was right. I'll share that tidbit of wisdom with you, that you will say more no's than yes. And that means you're good if you can do that. No, 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 no. Well, I've enjoyed everyone here. I could be up more longer, but I know I got a 1 o'clock watch party tomorrow, and y'all can come see. We can see each other there tomorrow, right? I'll be here tomorrow. And I love you all. I hope you can be able to get some good quality rest, be refreshed, drink plenty of water. Yay. Thank you so much. And we'll stay close, okay? Thank you for your inspiration, your support. Oh, yeah. All my stuff is free. I have membership you can pay into, but everything, the watch parties, the movies, and all that is no extra cost. I know a lot of people go, I cannot believe what you do. There's no charge. No, it's not. It's no charge. Free subscription, free movies. All of that is free. So I just being together with you, being around, it would be just amazing. Love you. Good night. Sweet dreams, sweetheart. Just enjoy you so much. And I'll see you soon.